Hello, my name is Lucito and welcome to the first devlog of our channel. As the main artist, today I'll be showing you the work I did this week, such as character designs, concept designs and some more stuff about the story. If you haven't seen our introduction video, I highly recommend you to watch it first, because there I gave some important information about our game and our group. But anyways, let's get to it. So this week I mainly focused on the beginning of the game. How shocking, I know, but basically I did some concept art. I will actually start the devlog with the last thing I did this week because it made more sense. I made these concept arts of the plot points that will happen at the start of the game, so let me tell you what they mean. As I said in the introduction video, our main character is a hiker, and when she passes out in an incident, she found herself in a room, which is kinda like a lobby from a hotel. And one thing you can see here is that the main character have a horn, but I will get back to that on a second. After she explores the room, she finds a receptionist, which is a demon. Keep in mind I'm horrible with names, so I don't really have a name for the characters yet, but let's just call her the demon for now. After they talk a bit, the demon throws her into a dungeon. Now you can see here in the concept art of the dungeon, I want a dark atmosphere. Kinda like a cave, with some torches giving a little bit of light. After that she would be chased by some demons. I have some concept art for them, but the design is not really good right now. But it works for now, so yeah. She eventually escapes to a room with a really strange pillar in the middle. Looks like it's hiding something. And yeah, there's the angel that's imprisoned there. So remember the horn from earlier? Yeah, let me explain that. So if the main character stays here for a long time, eventually she's gonna turn into a demon. And the angel knows that, so they decided to help each other. She frees him to the pillar and he helps her out of this place. And his help is to turn into a fucking gun, which has no bullets. So she throws him like a boomerang into the demons. That's all for the story for now. Now let's go show some concept art of the characters. So the main character took a bit of trying to get the colors and design, but in the end I'm quite happy with the final one. Especially the pose, I love this pose. I took inspiration from the real life clothes hikers use, like those long sleeves, backpacks and boots. Now the angel in his gun form. This took a couple of tries because I really wanted an eye to show his emotion. A lot of the designs were goofy, but the final one is the best of those, so yeah. Now let's talk about the receptionist. I already knew what I wanted to do with her design. Purple skin and green hair. That's it. Then I put her on some receptionist clothes and it was done. You can see she's really tired and don't really like her job. She would like to be home sleeping than working there, to be honest. I also did some props for the lobby, but they are kinda boring, so yeah, here they are. And that's kinda it for now. We are in the beginning, so concept art is needed, but in the next episode I might start to 3D model the characters. As well as show some more story stuff. That's it for me now. See you next week for the second devlog. Bye!
Hello everyone, Upco here. I'm very pleased I can welcome you in the first devlog. This is day 1 and the absolute beginning of the project. Also, one hell of a journey ahead of us. So, let's not waste time and let's get into it. First of all, I went ahead to make the basics. Some floor, a basic character, and some movement. Solid start for day 1. See you tomorrow. Hi and welcome to day 2. Today I decided to work on some more movement features, the sprint and the dash. The dash went questionable. Okay, the sprint. It's very easy. It's just the walk, but with twice the speed. The dash, it's the walk again, but with quick burst of speed. Here it doesn't really work. As you can see, I'm going at steady plus 400 meters a second. Um, very average pace for a human. Rest of the day was used to refactor the code a little and to build this little playground to test the features on. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. Well, I kinda forgot to record. The problem is, I'm not editing the videos on the day I worked on the game. Sorry. Hello! Welcome in day 4. Day 4 was all about movement again, so let's not waste time. First, we have Coyote Time, a feature some of you may have not heard about, but one of them which makes games feel better. Coyote Time is the ability to jump for a short amount of time even after leaving the floor. How did I make it? I have a variable called jumps left. When player leaves floor, it fires a timer, and after the timer finishes, it sets jumps left to 0. But you still can jump when the timer is running. Now Coyote Time's brother, jump buffering. It auto jumps if you press space almost before hitting floor. I fire a timer when player presses space while being in air, and if he hits the floor before the timer finishes, it jumps automatically. Lastly, I added a slight camera tilt when going left and right, but I unfortunately forgot to record that. Altogether, day 4 focused on the feel of movement more than the actual movement features. See you on day 5. Hello. We have 0 progress day. I came home from school, my head hurting like hell. I checked my temperature and oh boy, 38.4 degrees Celsius. Right there, I went to bed and didn't do anything for the day, so I would appreciate you excusing me for that day. Thanks. Hello! Day 6. Right away, I'll admit, I didn't do practically anything. I tweaked some settings a bit and played around the playground the rest of the time. But I swear, day 7 will be better. Day 7! I have made one of the long delayed features, which is the slide. I wanted to do it already on day 4, yet yeah, it kinda got delayed. It works simple. It gets the normal of the surface you're standing on using raycast, which is pointing downwards, checks the angle, and if it's greater than the minimum, it performs the slide until you slow down to 5 speed. Here's some gameplay. Also added a delay and maximum dashes at once, currently free. Player can dash every dash cooldown and dash replenishes every dash charge time, which are 2 timers. I'm happy with today and it is nice end to the first week. See you on day 8. The first week flew by in an instant. Overall, I rate it very positive. I managed to get most of the movement done as I wanted. Altogether, I'm very happy and looking forward to making this project even better. Bye.
Hello. First week went by and in this time I gathered some basic knowledge about grid map, which I've been testing for map making. So far, it seemed quite useful for small square rooms. Yet, with bigger room, more complicated in shape, it seemed a bit time consuming. That made me realize one question. How the fuck are our rooms even gonna look like? To answer the question, I stepped back a bit and decided to do some more research. and thinking, as we kind of completely skipped pre-production. Hence why I did some little walking across the ultrakill and focused on preparing GDD. All from me for today. Bye bye.